Hi everyone, today we are going to be doing algebraic expressions, and in order to illustrate that we are going to take an example, which is example 19, which simply states that simplify the following expressions which have multi-term denominators. So the aim of this problems is to factorize both your numerator and denominator in such a way that if you have like terms, to be able to cancel them out. So if you have something that is common for both the numerator and the denominator, they will cancel each other out, and whatever is left, you simplify it for your final answer. So let us start with the numerator. For the numerator, we have positive 27. So we first look at our constant. We ask the question, what number multiplied by what number will give us 27? Positive 27. Then we look at the coefficient of the middle term, which in this case is negative 12. And the next question that we ask ourselves, what number plus what number will give us negative 12? So our combinations have to be either both positive or both negative in order that when we multiply them, they can give us positive 27. So the combinations are either 27 and 1 or negative 27 and negative 1 or positive 9 and positive 3 or negative 9 and negative 3. When you look at 27 and 1, when you multiply those two together, they will give you 27, but when you add them, they won't give you negative 12. So that's not the combination we are looking for. Negative 27 and negative 1, when you multiply them together, they'll give you positive 27, but when you add them, they won't give you negative 12. So that's also not what we are looking for. The third combination, multiplied together, we are going to get 27. When you add them, they give you positive 12, but we are looking for negative 12. So that's also not our combination. Now let's look at the last one, negative 9 and negative 3. When you multiply those together, they'll give you positive 27. And when you add them, they will also give you negative 12. So that is the correct combination. Negative 9 and negative 3 are the factors that we are looking for. So from there, we put here negative 9, negative 3, negative 9, and negative 3. By the way, when you multiply positive times negative, you will get negative. Therefore, minus 9 minus 3 will give you minus 12. Right, let's factorize. We will have at the top x minus 9, x minus 3. Then at the bottom, you look at the coefficients. You start with the coefficients. We have 4 as well as negative 12. The first question that you ask yourself is, what is the biggest number that can go into both 4 and 12 without leaving a remainder? What is the highest common factor for both of those numbers? And that number is 4. So we are going to write 4 here. Then you move on to the variables. The question that you ask yourself regarding the variables is, for x squared as well as x, what is the common factor? We always take the one with the lower power. So x is the same as having x to the power of 1. So we compare x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 1. We are going to take the lower power, which is x to the power of 1, but you can simply write it as x. Then you are going to take both terms for the denominator. 4x squared minus 12x. There's actually a faster method of doing this, but for the sake of understanding, we are going to do it like this. Then after taking those two terms, you are going to divide by your common factor of 4x. So 4x squared will be divided by 4x, and negative 12x will also be divided by 12x. Then after this, we simplify what is inside of the brackets. Let's rewrite our question. X minus 9, x minus 3. At the top, nothing changes because we have already factorized. Then we'll have 4x, right? Then the 4's inside of the brackets will cancel because they are similar. X squared divided by x, we apply exponential laws. When we divide variables that are the same, x and x, we subtract the exponent. So it's the same as having x to the power of 2 minus 1, which gives us x to the power of 1. But we can simply write it as x. 12 divided by, I made a mistake here. This is supposed to be 4, not 14. Negative 12 divided by 4, that will give us 3. Then the x's will cancel. We are simply left with 3. Then the 3's, x minus 3 and x minus 3. Remember, we said the aim of these types of problems is to have something that is common for both the numerator and the denominator so that they can cancel each other out. And that common thing is x minus 3. X minus 3 and x minus 3 will cancel each other out, and we will be left with x minus 9 divided by 4x. You can simplify it further. The next step, you will get x divided by 4x, which is 1 over 4, minus 9 divided by 4x. But this is sufficient as our final answer. We can just end here. So that is how we solve these types of problems.